challenge.blogspot.com. Welcome back to my home office makeover. This is day 3 of my declutter. I'm having a very late start today. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. That's because we had about 9 to 10 inches worth of snow last night with some ice over it. And I just spent the whole morning with my little guy and a friend of mine. We just went through the entire property and I am exhausted. I'm also kind of chilled. But I have time before I make dinner, and the hubby comes back home from work. Poor guy had to go to work in these conditions, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So like I said, I still have time to try to do something. So here's where we're at right now. All of this needs to be put away. You remember my little temporary file. I have trash right here. Today I'm gonna do this set of shelves here and empty it, and probably go over my desk, and then probably go over those 2 boxes here. One of them has Scott's name on it, one of them has mine. I'm gonna go through that box and empty it because I'm gonna need that container to put some of the stuff we're bringing back at that office when it's done, so that I have a place to put it or store it while we're redoing the office. So it's a very long process. It's starting to look like a complete disaster in here, only because I didn't clean up after what we did yesterday. But if you remember, this closet here is complete, so I'm pretty happy about that. And yep, so what do I have here? I have books that need to be sorted. I'm not going to keep all of them. I have to go through these containers here. I actually like this type of container with the drawers. I have to go through all of these. I'm probably not going to keep them because I'll tell you about it later on. And then all of this is courses and things that I've taken notes for the license that I'm taking. And what I need to do is sort them out and then find binders. I know I have a couple of 2-inch binders, and punch holes in them and then sort them inside the binders and stash them away in the guest bedroom so that it can be brought back in here. What is it?
Something that I want you to get for my stuff that I want you to get for my birthday.
What is this? It's your birthday list?
Yes, the stuff that I circled, the ones that I
The ones you circle are the ones you must have?
No, the ones that I want.
That you really want. But what about the ones that are not circled?
You don't have to get them.
Okay. Just get the one circled. Thank you very much, dear.
Okay.
Bye. Little guy is turning 8 in a little bit under 2 weeks. I better get going. Huh. All right. Okay, let me go through this shelf and then I'll take you along the process as I always do. So I just emptied that shelf and put the stuff over here. Now I made 3 stacks. These are books that we don't care to keep. Expression Web is now number 4, which I can download the upgrade, so I don't need this book. Creative blogging, I read all of this already. Mom blogging, I mean, that's just the basic stuff. I don't need to keep those, so these are going to the library. These books here, I'm bringing back down to the basement now. I'm not gonna wait. They're going to the basement now. Some of them are, you know, like my DSM, old and busted. These are just books that were some of my college books, and then franchising, French stuff, so that goes down to the basement. These make sense if I'm keeping them here. So we got the Expression Web 4. There's a Photoshop thing that needs to go with the other 2 that I found the other day. Digital scrapbooking, I'm keeping that, it's current. And then there's this box here that has more cables. I don't know what they're for, and quite frankly, obviously we didn't miss them, so I'm gonna try to figure out what to do with them. And that's my old camera, which I absolutely do not use anymore because it's a film camera. And alright, I'm gonna see if I can use the lens on my digital camera, and then maybe I should sell it actually. Maybe I'll sell this one. Keep the strap, but just sell the body of the camera. That's a box that can go to the trash. Alright, so what do we have here? Obviously for Kindle that we don't use at all. So, and it was like the first one that came out. It's like $5 now. Okay, so that's mine. Where are the rest? Okay, this Kyocera. I think this is a cable that went to an old phone that we no longer have. And this I'll get rid of everything. I haven't used those in like 2 or 3 years. Obviously, I didn't miss them, so they can go. All right, I'm going to price set my camera, see if I can use the lens on my digital camera. I doubt it because this is Olympus and mine is a Canon. And then see how much this is worth and if it's really worth selling altogether. So I just checked eBay. The body itself, I could probably sell it for maybe $35. And then maybe another $40 for the lens. So guess what? We no longer use film. We strictly digital now, and I used to love doing photography, but I can get better results nowadays with the digital. So this is going to be sold. It's kind of hard for me to do that because that's the camera I had when I was in college, and I believe that all of the first pictures that we took of Edward were what they had to be because we didn't have any other camera, were from that camera. So yeah, I'm gonna have to sell it. I have no use for it. It's not even like that much of a vintage, so I'm probably the only one who has any kind of sentimental value attached to it because I used it in college when I was taking some photography classes. And yeah, so I'm making a big step here. I'm selling my camera. If anybody's interested in a old Olympus OM1 with its 105 millimeter lens, this takes film, it's not digital, you let me know down below, I'll sell it to you. But otherwise it's going to be listed on eBay. And I'm moving on to this thing here. To be honest, I'm already seeing some stickies. I'm not sure what I'm going to find. Oh, look at the dust here. Let me shame myself. Oh, look at the dust. It's just disgusting. Disgusting! Alright, I put the camera on the tripod. We're gonna discover together what kind of crap I got in there. So a whole bunch of SD cards. Most of them have empty little containers. I'm grabbing one of the extra containers that I had, if you remember from yesterday, and the SD cards are going to go in there. I have to resort them eventually. I'm probably going to do that in a minute. So at least I got the containers. I got to label this. That's SD cards. Here's another one that's an adapter actually. Alright, so that's that. Then I found a whole bunch of magnets, which we're going to use because I plan on putting right here along the wall underneath the cabinets and above the counter. I plan on putting one of those metal strips, so we're going to use magnets to hold everything together. So let me just put those in there, get it out of the way. That's a magnetized one too. Okay, so we got the magnets. What else? This is almost dead, so get rid of it. I gotta find a camera that goes with that. So I'm putting it aside. Post-it. More post-it. Another post-it. And another post-it. Tissue, yeah. Very, very old negative. This is 1961 or 62. That's from when my sister was born. So keeping that aside, this is going to go in the pen and supplies. If you remember the pouches that I created, so that's going to go in there. So is this one right here, unless it's no good. A good thing I tried this. It's all dried up, so that's trash. I have a film here that either has been developed and I don't remember what it is, or needs to be developed. So I'm probably gonna have to take it to the store and have it developed. We got a doodle of me that my husband did. Isn't that cute? So that's memorabilia that goes to the side. Post-it that's all wrinkled. These are the dark blue post-its, unless you have a white or a silver pen, which I don't have. I don't need them. Trash. Picture of me and grandma before she passed away. So that's memorabilia that goes there. Bunch of crochet stuff that's gonna go in my box, my sewing box. So that's still on the staircase outside. So I'm glad I'm gonna be able to put that away. This is gonna go in the mini DV box, but we don't even use mini DVs anymore, so I'm throwing it away because we're all digital now. That's trash, and that is an adapter for something, probably an old phone, Samsung. It's going in the cable box, but I have no idea what it's for. You know what? Let me trash it, because reality is that stuff has been in there for 4 or 5 years. If I haven't used it and it's brand new and it's sponge, obviously I never needed it. I should not anticipate that I'm going to need it at any point in time within the next 3 or 4 years. So trash. I'm already reaping the benefits of having organized some of the stuff, including the little sticky flags, because when I needed new sticky flags to label those 2 boxes for the SD cards and the memo magnets, well, guess what? I found it right away. Took literally less than 30 seconds to go get them. So I now have, I believe it's 10 of those boxes. I should have another 6, I think, left. I'm not sure. But this is where I'm at with that. Pretty much cleared everything away. Oops, didn't put this one away. This and this and this is memorabilia, so that's going to have to go in the guest bedroom for now, because I don't know what to do with it yet. I probably have to create like specific containers for that. And what I'm going to do next is the rest of the shelf right here. So yeah, moving along. So I measured this thing right here, and 8.5 by 11 paper fits. So I'm gonna keep it. It's gonna go on our desk, or counter rather, to put paper in, rather than having the you know, the ream of paper and its wrap, whatever, from the paper we get at Staples. I'll put some in there, and then probably have different types of paper and maybe like bigger supplies that don't fit in those little boxes. So I'm gonna put that in the guest room. It's gonna come back here at a later time, and yeah, I'm gonna tackle this thing. Here's a dilemma. I have these 4 binders here that basically contain inspiration pages from years and years and years of scrapbooking magazines. I pretty much sorted those a long time ago. I had maybe, I don't know, 8 years worth of magazines, different ones, between creating keepsakes and scrapbooking, etc., you know. And I pulled out the pages of Scrapbook Answer. That was a good one too. That no longer exists. I pulled out the pages that I liked and put them in those plastic thing, because you know me, I'm doing a lot of scrapbookings, and you've seen some of the albums in other videos. But now I'm thinking, we got Pinterest, so do I really need to keep these? And it's creating quite of a problem for me, because I'm looking at those, and for me to try to relocate all of these are digital layouts, all of these on Pinterest would just take forever. I could use the binders. I could definitely use the plastic, but I do like them. So yeah, and there's some how-to in there too. Alright, so I can't make that decision right now. What's probably going to happen is that I'm going to put them in the, and this one opened, oh, that's nice. I'm probably going to put them in the guest bedroom and decide at a later time, because I can't decide right now. It seems awfully wasteful to keep all of those plastic sleeves, but it's a very inspirational little kind of binder that I created, a system at least. And yeah, I'm keeping them. Alright, so what I'm probably going to have to do though is change the binders altogether. Probably get like the 4-inch one, the really, really big, that have the D-rings, so that way all 4 of them are inside one of those. Matter of fact, you know what? I think I have one downstairs. I'm going to do that now. I'm not going to waste any time. I have a big D-ring binder down in the basement. I'm going to bring it up and move all of those plastic sleeves in there. So instead of having 4, I'll just have 1, and everything will be into one place. I have this one big D-ring binder, and I'm not sure what size it is, but it looks like it's probably 6 inches. I don't think all of them are going to fit in. So what I'm going to do is put in there the ones that I know I want to keep, which is pretty much the digital stuff, which is this whole album there. And then these right here, I'm gonna have to sort through them, save the plastic sleeves, because taste change. Like sometimes you see a layout, I mean, I'm not saying this one is bad, but you see a layout and you realize that's not, like this, for instance, would not be the style that I like anymore. So some of them I'm probably going to have to pare them down, definitely keeping all the digital how-tos and digital scrapbooking. And I already have the dividers to go with it, so that's fine. And that's going to allow me to probably get rid of 2 of those binders, toss them because they're very old. And I've glued stuff on them anyway, so toss those and just keep 1. That would be probably a better option for me. That way I feel like I've decluttered some, but I'm not getting rid of the entire thing. Wow, that was a back-breaking experience. I got rid of all 4 of those folders, or binders rather. This is what I'm keeping. It's all the way here. This is what I'm trashing, and I'm not even understanding why I even bothered keeping that stuff. 90% of what you see in this stack is advertisement from companies for new paper designs. And I mean, I don't know. What's the point of that? I'm not sure. But anyway, I've pretty much saved all of those plastic inserts. So what I'm going to do is stack them neatly. And if you remember that little thing with the 3 drawers where the paper fits, one of them is going to contain these. I'm going to label it as top-loading plastic sleeves. So that way I have at least those put aside. This is trash. Probably going to do it's probably super heavy too. Hold on, how heavy is this thing? It's about 8 to 9 pounds. I'm going to do the spine label, that way it's ready to be put back on the shelf as soon as the office is done. And yeah, it's pretty thick, but at least I feel that I saved some of it and purged at the same time. So I'm going to call it a win-win. Yeah, let me put those plastic sleeves inside that container thing with the drawers, get rid of the stuff, label it, and that second shelf is done. So now I'm going to have to tackle the school thing, which on its own is going to be quite an ordeal for sure, because this is just so much paper, so much paper. I'm trying to grapple with the insanity that has been running quite loosely in this house. I counted those. There's 128 plastic sleeves. Why on earth would I do something like this? I mean, think about it. Look at the money just in the plastic sleeves. The amount of waste that has been going on in this home is just astonishing to me. It really is insane. This drawer is barely closing, but all 128 of them are in there. So I'm probably going to have construction paper here and regular paper, or maybe graph paper. As I'm going through this, I'm looking at attempts at organization that were made in the past, such as you've seen putting all those scrapbooking layouts and inspirational things inside binders. So that was a great idea to do that. But now I'm thinking about how many times did I actually look at them. I know the digital ones and the layouts I did look at them quite often when I was actively scrapbooking, but the ones with just the advertisement for the paper patterns from various company, and I had them organized by K & Company, you know, We Are Memory and Basic Gray. If you are Sandy Lyon, if you know about scrapbooking, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, what was the point of that? I'm really grappling with this. Like, what was the point of that? Where was I going with this? So I don't know. Food for thoughts. I mean, first we have Pinterest now. So a lot of things that we are doing to save information, I don't really think that we need to do it in a manual sense, the way we were doing it in the past. It doesn't seem to be very productive. I mean, it consumes space in our home. It consumes time in order for us to put those binders together, like whether it's recipes, you name it. Like, why are we even bothering with that? I mean, we got Pinterest, we got the computer, we can do our own files, we can save so many data electronically that we really don't need to have binder upon binder, stack upon stack upon stack of paper, just in the event that we might refer back to it at some point in our lives for whatever project. I mean, really, everything is on the internet now. I mean, it's nice to be able to browse through that thing at your own leisure, you know, and be seated at a desk or whatever, but really the computer does the same thing. So Anyways, that's my little chit chat for today. I'm glad I did this. I mean, I didn't get rid of everything, but I'm glad I did this. It needed to be done, and 128 plastic sleeves. I am not going to need a plastic sleeve probably for another 10 years, something like that. I mean, I can't even think of a use of them for them right now. I really don't. I mean, probably I'm gonna use them here and there, but this is not something that we use on a regular basis. So for me to have 128 of them, it's kind of over the top. That's all I can say. All right, let me label that big D-ring binder, then I'm gonna put it in that guest bedroom, since I'm stashing everything that's coming back here in there. And then I have to go through this pile right here, and I will be done with that shelf. Done. Again, 2 binders, 1 file folder thing. All of the stuff that was that needed to be filed is in temporary folders in there. This has been labeled. It's going to the guest room. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'll come back and do the rest of my schooling stuff. I have to find my 3-hole puncher. I don't know where it is. It's probably upstairs in yet another mini office. It's crazy. Why not just have one office? It doesn't. My husband pointed that out to me the other day. He said, "Do you realize that you actually have 3 desks in this home?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do realize that now. I have one in here, I have one in the basement, and I have one upstairs." And all of that is the result of my inability to put together one office that is functional. So what I do is that I relocate to another space that is functional for a while until it just gets like totally overwhelming, and then I'll move to another location. Yeah, pretty soon this will be a corporate office. There'll be an office and a desk with paperwork and pens in every room if I don't rein in this insanity. All right, it's time for a cup of tea. I have to make fun of myself because really this is ridiculous. What am I going to do? Like, you know, I can't just like feel all depressed about this. I did it and I'm doing something about it. So at least I'm on the right path, I guess. But it is... I don't even know how to explain it. It's pervasive as a problem. The clutter and the lack of organization and just putting things there for now, and the for now becomes forever. So now it's got to stop. All right, I'll see you in a bit. This is all my fault. There's no other way to put it. I'm responsible for this, so now I gotta fix it. Let me get started. Well, I can't say I particularly enjoyed this task, but at least it's done. So I have these here. They're pretty much related to my former job, and I need to keep them because they kind of like reference or whatever. So I'm going to bundle them together, and they're probably going to go into a specific file at a later time. I'm running out of space in this one, so I'm putting this aside for now. I made myself a binder, making good use out of those plastic sleeves with all of the certificates, degrees, and whatever that I've received over the years. So that way, when I go to job interviews or whatever, I can just dump that to the HR department, and here you go, make your photocopies. This is all the documents that I need for my license, and then I made 2 binders out of all of the courses that I have taken, notes and whatever. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those big binders for the classes I'm taking right now, plus 1 downstairs. That's 7. I'm going to put those binders, all of these, into the guest room so that I have easy access to them. and I will be done for the day. I need to, of course, I collected more of those paper clips and binders, and I also have to sweep the room because obviously I have little confettis from the punching hole thing all over the place. And all of this here is the pile that I'm throwing away. So it is pretty big. So it needs to be shredded, obviously, so I'm gonna have to put it in a special bag and bring it to the shredder for the town, and then those 3 shelves are down. That's it. It's over for me, at least for today. Yeah, so you see the mess I made? All right, let me clean this up and then I'll give you another quick tour of my progress for, what is it? I forgot, day 3. Yeah, day 3 of my decluttering. So unlike yesterday, I'm actually walking away with a clean floor, having picked up after myself. So, what did we do today? Look, all 3 shelves have been emptied. Every single paper clip or whatever that was found was put in its proper container. Nothing new here. It is the same. I have those 2 boxes to go through probably tomorrow afternoon. Scott is still working on this. This is full. I'm sure I can squeeze in a couple of pieces here and there. I'll do my desk tomorrow as well, and then probably Wednesday or Thursday I'll tackle all of that. We're going to get to a point where there will be nothing on the shelves, and all I'll be able to do at that point is get rid of all the shelves, take them down, then I'll have to take all the anchors out, and then I'll have to patch everything, let it dry, patch it again, let it dry, sand everything, wash the walls, and be ready for painting. So I'm hoping that would be maybe possibly Sunday. I'm not sure. So that would be like 6-7 days from now. Pretty excited. I feel like I'm moving. It's kind of weird. But in a sense, I am. I'm kind of moving out of the old space and preparation to moving into a new space. So, but it does feel like moving. You know, when you move and you go through all of your junk and then you finally get rid of stuff you should have gotten rid 5-10 years before. Well, that's basically what it's going. That's basically what's going on right now. I feel like I'm moving. So it's a good thing. It's the room looks bigger already. I can't wait to see how much space we're going to gain by removing the desk and just putting a counter. That's going to be really, really, really cool. And we're almost that close from agreeing on the color. So that's pretty cool too. And then look, you see, this thing is on. I forgot about it actually. I see I have some bubbles there. I'm going to have to take care of that. I totally forgot about it. I was vacuuming the room. And then I said to myself, oh God, I didn't put the shade down. So now the neighbors are going to see what's going on. And then I remembered, hey, I put that up yesterday. So this was day 3 of decluttering my home office. I hope you enjoyed it. I think this is going to be a shorter video. I'm not sure. I can't really tell at this point. But I thank you all for your comments. I mean, you obviously like this kind of videos. I don't have any problem putting myself out there if it helps. And not only does it help me, but if it can help others and inspire others to do the same thing, then it's all good. I don't have any problem doing that at all. You know, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna, like, you know, try to pretend to be something I'm not. This is my life. This is the way we've been living for the past, God knows, we've been married 15 years this year. So for the past 15 years, this is the way we've been living. And he brought in his bad habits, I brought in my bad habits, so you combine the 2 together and you have a cocktail for disaster. I had to make the decision to end this. So, yep, we are going sober on the poor habits, let's put it that way. Anyway, alright, so this was Sophia from mygreatchallenge.blogspot.com. Like, subscribe if you're new. If this is the first time you watch this series, right here at the end or over there, I'm not sure, I'm putting the link for all of the previous video as well as other organization and cleaning videos that I have. And you know, you may want to check out my channel. Alright, I'll talk to you later, you guys. Bye!